Hi, I'm Mark Hackel, Macomb County Executive. I'm with the owner of Zero Tolerance, Steve, and boy, I tell you what, it's a change of pace, what we're doing here in Macomb County with manufacturing, I guess, across the country. But knowing that we have businesses here in Macomb County that are doing things that are a little bit different, and I say that because you probably hear this printer behind me, and it's not the type of printer you would normally think of, and that's usually printing off documents from your computer. They're actually printing products. You got involved with that with Project Diamond, which was Automation Alley, kind of brought that to the Tri-County area. We had conversations, our planning department got involved, and you were one of the companies that stepped up and said, I want to be a partner or be a part of this. And there are a number of Macomb County, and we have the map that kind of shows exactly the number of companies. You happen to be one of them. And you started doing this Project Diamond, when about did you start?
It was in 2020, right after the pandemic happened. There was a grant that went out for small businesses. You couldn't be too big, but you had to be in Macomb. Actually, my wife filled out the information and we got accepted to be part of the grant, and we ended up getting awarded a printer.
So this 3D printer, part of that deal was that if they put out a call to everybody saying, hey, we need you to take a look and see if you can make a part, that was one of the responsibilities you were going to have to do, is make a certain part.
Correct, well. Yeah, if there was a pandemic or if there was any kind of PPE or any kind of emergency for our country or wherever it might be, that we would volunteer and take our time and print those parts that were needed.
And having that done, and we're going to show a little bit about the printers and how they operate. In fact, you got something on the cooker right now that's being made. But with that being said, you're now involved in a project that's going to be helping out with some of the issues that are going on with Ukraine right now. If I'm
Correct.
Not mistaken.
We've printed 50 parts for a tourniquet clip for the battlefield, obviously, and then also the handles that go along with that. So the clips were part of the program. The handles were extra. And our company is wanting to donate as many handles as we can with what we have in material.
And so you got notified that there's somebody that's interested in these parts, and so with that notification, that call that went out, you realized, okay, we'll put in a bid for that opportunity to go ahead and produce those, and you did that out of this facility right here. And knowing that you're making these parts, I got to believe there's, obviously there's the, I hate to say it, like the financial side of, producing things or making things, but, you can't tell me that there's not more the sense of, doing something for someone else and realizing the challenges that are going on in Ukraine. There's got to be a sense of pride in what you're doing to try to figure out how you help others, especially when you see this stuff on the news. How does that make you feel while you're doing this?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a tragedy what's happening over there. So we, just like the pandemic that was going on, we were excited to be able to help. We feel like we're trapped at home, wanting to do something to make a difference, and that's where I think that this project really, I guess, hit home for me. Is like we've got such an amazing ability to produce in this country, and to be able to transfer our skill set to serve others is really a huge advantage in my book, and it's close to my heart. So my whole foundation for the company is to serve. How can we serve the customer and get them what they need, and then when people are in need, we have the skills, we have the tools, let's do what we can.
Yeah, and I tend to see that with a lot of the other companies too in Macomb County. We appreciate that. It's more than just the profit, it's about the people. And whether it's people here locally or people overseas, you do have this sense of wanting to figure out how do you accomplish something and make something happen. And obviously, if you're making a profit, that's helpful, but the reality is there's a sense of purpose that goes along with it as well.
Yeah, it's bigger than us, for sure.
It is. Yeah, so we appreciate that, Steve. And again, we appreciate you tuning in once again to MacombGov.org, and continue to keep you and your family safe.